Electric definitely seems to be the future of mobility. But who said that electric vehicles need to be boring? When we saw Arc Vehicle's stunning Vector at the bike shed, we were completely mesmerized. So we visited the Arc's Research and Development Centre in the UK, and it felt like entering a new dimension of motos.
Look, this is the future of motorcycling as we see it, as we define it for many reasons. You know, technologically, the level of innovation on this machine is unsurpassed in any other machine out there on the market, even in the heights of MotoGP and motorsport. Some of the levels of innovation and the technology that we've produced on this vehicle really do take things to another level. Whether it be the carbon fibre monocoque construction, which really is the USP of all of our vehicles. That means that we're able to maximise package space, minimise weight. We have about twice as much range as any of our competitors. And that's really through us building something that we feel is a legacy-free approach. We're looking in lots of other areas as well at where we can take motorcycling forward and, more importantly, protect motorcycling. Well, for us, it's about making sure that our vehicles are future-proofed, that they have the ability to be able to connect with those autonomous vehicles. This motorcycle here creates its own Wi-Fi network, is completely compatible with the Internet of Things. So we're hoping that we are protecting and promoting motorcycling in a way that's going to be safe in the future and that will allow people to enjoy this pastime that we've all loved for so long, into the future. Then there's the HMI. So we've developed the human-machine interface, the first ever one developed for a motorcycle and the first ever one completely integrated with that motorcycle. So with our head-up display helmet, this is fighter pilot projection-based technology that allows the rider to see data 5 meters down the road in amongst the environment that they're in. So think Iron Man here. This is kind of what it looks like with the data around you. That combined with a haptic jacket. So a haptic jacket that gives you sensations, notifications, taps on the shoulder, warnings of the things that are around you. Performance-based data based on your G-force. How hard am I cornering? How hard am I accelerating? How hard am I braking? Things that are almost quite difficult to understand. Those physical cues have been taken away from you on electric vehicles where there's no noise, there's very little vibration, we only have one gear. So those physical cues about how quickly I'm accelerating and decelerating have been taken away. So this system is about giving the rider some of that detail back, allowing them to either use it as a safety benefit, but also potentially as a performance benefit as well. Right, okay, so Manish here is going to have a go at the virtual reality to try out the haptic jacket and also to see what the head-up display looks like. So this is one of the haptic jackets if you throw this on. So this jacket that Manish is wearing is fitted with a back protector similar to this. Each one of these is what we call an exciter. So through these we effectively can play audio tracks, which means that we can give an awful lot of nuances in terms of the notifications that we're going to give. And I'll talk through the process as Manish goes through the system. But effectively what these things are going to be giving to him is, a tap on the back, on the base of the spine. If there's a car in his blind spot, the tap will get further up the back the closer the car gets, and the speed of this transition will give Manish an idea of the closing speed of the car. We then have the sports mode, which is G-force related notifications. So imagine here a jacket which is full of phones on vibrate, and that vibrate is going to get more and more intense. The harder I brake, the harder I accelerate, the harder I corner. So let's talk about the two real aspects of this bike, the yin and the yang, if you like. There's first of all the craftsmanship. So this is a special top panel which we've had developed. This is a real walnut on a carbon fibre substrate. If you look at the hand grips, the seat, this is real calf skin, then which has been laser etched. And customers can bespoke these products here in the UK. So every element of this motorcycle is built by craftsmen, whether that be traditional craftsmanship or modern craftsmanship. And every aspect of this is tailored to the actual client. So even the foot pegs and the yokes, etc., can be 3D printed or machined to make sure that ergonomically this bike is perfect for its rider. So this is a machine that is built for you. Technologically, let's just cover some of the details. So obviously the main thing here is this carbon fiber monocoque. So this is a battery monocoque. This is the battery. You know, there's no additional frame, there's no additional chassis. This is it. So this is like a Formula One car in terms of the way that it's constructed. We have made sure that this battery module is Reg 100 tested. This is a very, very stringent test on battery modules. You know, it's submerged in water. It goes through a 10-ton crush test. It's overcharged. It's overly derated, etc. We took that test with the motorcycle and we passed with flying colours. So again, we're kind of protecting, you know, we're future-proofing what we're doing here with the vehicle. We're making sure that should future regulations come into play, this is something that's going to be allowed on the road. And it also means that, you know, we can legitimately say that this is the safest electric motorcycle on the market. So we feel that when you put this whole package together, you have to say that effectively this is the most advanced motorcycle and system in the world that's ever been created.